around 1.5 million Kenyans are living with HIV and AIDS. 1.3 million are from the age of 15 years. That only means that the youth are taking up a huge percentage of positive cases in Kenya. 51% of new infections have been people from the age of 15 to 24 years. Guys, that is just a sneak peek of what we're about to talk about today. My name is Del Singanga. This is Youth House, the show that gets your groove on.
Did you know that results from the contraceptive analysis in Kenya show that older users prefer usage of sterilization while younger users prefer usage of the pill? Mm-hmm. I'll be your host for today, Rachel Gambo, and this is Youth Hub, for the show that gets your groove on.
Yeah, so leo manze, we are starting on a high note, even though vile tunafungua show. Yeah, Rachel, uko aje manze?
I'm good.
You look good.
Thank you.
Mimi sijui kwani, for some reason I see your smile. Nasema tu wenyewe the world should be in rainbow colors. Kwa sababu energy unakuaga nayo, but yeah. So guys, leo we are starting the show on a high note. Yeah. And our topic leo, Rachel, is contraceptives and sexual health. Mm-hmm. That is what we are talking about leo. Okay. You can already tell from the vile tu tumeanza, you can already tell that there is a lot of weight na hii topic, and I cannot wait to start the discussion.
And it's a very sensitive one.
A very sensitive one. What do you think, Leo?
Well, I can't say much. I'm just waiting to hear what our people out there, the youths out there, are going to say about this. Other than that, and it's going to be late.
It's gonna be late. Yes, guys. So, Rachel, if kama tunaongelelea mambo ya contraceptives and sexual health, there's a lot of controversy. Yeah. Alafu, there's a lot of people who have very different opinions.
True, very true.
Yes. So guys, today we are going to tackle everything. We are going to get deep into it, manze. Yeah. Yes. And our question of the day.
Yeah, for our question of the day today, should the youths use contraceptives?
Should the youths
What do you think? Should they use contraceptives or what? Can hit us up on our SMS line, which is 21144, or reach us out on our social media platforms, GBS TV Africa, across all networks.
Yes, guys. And there you heard it from Rachel, 21144, and we will be here to read your comments. Kwa hivyo you keep them coming, because we are more than ready to listen to you guys. I mean, sisi kazi yetu ni educate the youth. We tell you we are all about entertainment and education. Sindio, Rachel? Yeah. So, Leo, I can't wait.
I also can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any tips for us, Leo? I mean,
for some tips, yangu ilikuwa those ones about contraceptives and stuff. Yeah, like we've seen that older users, those people who are old, they prefer usage of sterilization, while the youths, they prefer using the pill. So like, that's what we are here for today. We want to get to know and understand why is it like this? Like, why are those numbers that you said like that? Yeah, so it's all about that today.
Okay, guys. Now, based on our topic, Leo, we went to the streets. Alafu, we found some people, yani, si kazi yetu tu ni kuuliza my youth. So we went to the streets and talked to the youth kidogo. Hapa na pale tuone what they had to say about our topic and our question of the day. This is what they had to say.
Hello, Youth Hub. I'm Nadia. And as youth, tunafaa tutumie contraceptive cause inatu protect kwa vitu mingi, kwa magonjwa tofauti. So as a youth, I would advise you to use contraceptive to avoid some diseases. Huku nje kuna magonjwa na ni poa kujiprotect.
Hello, Youth Hub. My name is Dante. Mimi naambia ma youth pale hivyo, msitumie contraceptives. Opinion yangu, hizi vitu ziko na side effects. As youths, ziko na side effects. Si kwa youths pekee. Imagine hizi vitu zikienda kwa mwili wako zinakuanga na side effects ambazo zinaenda kuzina react na mwili. So kitu ambayo inaenda pale ambayo ni chemicals na nini, zinaleta damage katika mwili wako. So mimi ningesema hizi contraceptives as youths tusitumie. Tukae tu vile tuko, tukue proud, tujue vile tutajikinga sisi wenyewe, lakini si kutumia contraceptives. Hizi vitu zina harm pia mwili wetu. Hiyo ni opinion yangu kama Dante.
Hello, Youth Hub. My name is Doreen. So on the issue of contraceptives, I think it's a no and a yes, because it's like a prevention method to avoid, early pregnancies, and also to avoid unplanned pregnancies, which I think is a good thing. And no, because a lot of use of contraceptives can also be bad for the body. It can also lead to complications. But yeah, I think it's a no and a yes. Contraceptives are good, and at the same time, they're bad.
Hello, Youth Hub. My name is Elizabeth Mukiri, and about contraceptives, I think that is a relative issue. I think that as long as if you're ready to get a child, you don't have to use contraceptives. If you're not, I think it's very, very advisable for youth to use contraceptives if you're not ready for the repercussions that come after that.
Hello, Youth Hub. My name is Shem DC, and in accordance to the question I've been asked today about contraceptives, I advocate for it. My reasons are, nowadays the youth, there is a lot of cases of pregnancy, and still HIV zinaenea sana. Now, to avoid all that, at a young age, maybe we can be fooled sometimes with the relationship, and then you meet someone and you think that maybe you found a future partner, and then you end up maybe being pregnant for them. Then they end up maybe leaving you. You see, now there is this kid who was not in the picture, mwenye sasa umeleta. Now maybe you might end up having some crazy ideas, maybe committing suicide, killing the baby, or even killing yourself because you're finding it hard to raise that baby. So I advocate for contraceptives, at least until when someone feels like you're ready to have a baby, or you're ready now to engage yourself into sex, you can now do away with the contraceptives.
Yes, and umesikia kutoka kwa youth vile wanasema that's just a fraction of the youth. Hao ndo wenye tulipatana nao kwa barabara. Hao ndo wenye we got to ask. So I'm sure kuna watu wengi sana huko home wako na opinions. Keep them coming kama kawaida. GBS TV Africa across all social media platforms. But based on our question of the day, which is
our question of the day, should the youth use contraceptives? Tell us what you think. Reach out to us and tell us, do you think the youths out there should have access to these things? Should they use contraceptives?
Yes. Now we have a very bomb guest in studio leo, and you guys cannot imagine energy yenye kwa about kukua hapa. You better get some coffee kwanza na weather. Perfect combination. Yes guys, and kwa sababu ya hiyo maneno ya vile watu wanasema kwa streets na topic yetu vile ni moto leo, tumeleta guest kwa studio. We have very amazing guests in studio who are more than what they look like. Yani they are just wamerelax tu kidogo, but when they start talking you can be sure you're gonna get something from them. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves kwanza. Sasa, you look so good, Manze.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming through. Tell us your name and what you do.
Okay, my name is Cynthia Nyango, and I'm a student at Mahanaim College. I'm a writer and an artist. Yes.
Yeah. So I go by the name Peter Pash. An outgoing student at Mahanaim College. Pia doing film, a writer and an artist.
Umesikia jina outgoing. Ukisikia outgoing unafaa kujua things are about to get. Ako level ingine, yani ashawaacha huko nyuma.
Outgoing. So as an artist you sing.
Yeah.
Okay. And you
I draw.
Oh. So you have two artists in the house, one that draws and one that sings. Karibuni sana. Thank you for coming so that we can tackle this topic of discussion with a lot of enthusiasm.
So umesikia namba zenye nimetaja tukianza show, si ndio? 1.5 million generally in Kenya wako na they are positive, HIV positive. Now out of that 1.5 million, a nice percentage by the way, ni youth. 1.3 million is not a joke. It's not a joke. So first question for you, Mami. What do you think imetufikisha hapa? How did we get to these huge numbers? Or do you think ni nani anakosea hapa?
What contributed?
Okay, according to me, we as a youth, as in tumeona if we use contraceptives, like sisi nika tuko outdated, as in
people wana prefer si tuna prefer kuenda as in bila hizo contraceptives. Like pia I can say that hao wenye wako juu, the people who are older than us, pia our to guide pia, like if I can say that my mom or my older sister or my older brother, kama angeni educate kuhusu hizi vitu, aniambie ati Cynthia, at this age utakuwa sexually active and this is what you need to do when you are at that particular time. As in these cases azingekuwa nyingi. Azingekuwa nyingi.
Unaonaje?
Basically, I'll start by supporting my friend hapa hivi.
Tumeanza na support leo. Very interesting. Let's tumeanza na support.
I'll say many of this number. I was say it's because of lack of information ama guidance. From the peer, our kubwa kutuliko. You find like maybe my mom has something yenye anaweza sema kuhusu the thing, but since hatuja grow kwa hiyo society ya kuongea na wazazi wetu, being close to them, he or she will never tell me. So you find I'll drag myself kwa vitu hata sielewi. Basically it's because sina knowledge about it. I'm not informed well. Our schools pia, I think they are not still giving the youth the information they should be giving. Imefika time we are growing na time inasonga. Amesema hakuambiwa atakuwa sexual active by when. Basically kila mtu, hakuna mtu aliambiwa unastukia tu wewe unaanza kufanya. So I believe it's lack of knowledge about these things and information, delayed information. Tunakaa kujua sisi wenyewe.
Okay. So ame bring up something very very important, Rachel. Amesema watu wengi wanastukiaga tu yani kuliendaje? Watu wengi wanastukia tu. So is that the case for you? Do you think even though vile kunaenda watu wengi wanastukia tu, you're already in this field and you don't even know what kulifikaje?
Like okay, unaweza kuwa umefika hiyo stage of which watu wanaweza sema it's that stage yenye watu wanadefiningi kama adole. Acha niseme adole uko sexually active. And most of the time ikifika ni hiyo adole, there's this kind of peer pressure. Okay, utaambia marafiki zako, I am like this or nini ati nimepata kamtu hapa, but hiyo tu ni kama two stage. But if you are guided, I once again go back to that point that if you are guided at this particular stage, hii ingefanyika. Haingefanyika.
So like venye Pasha amesema hapa unashtukianga tu. So like do you think there's a right age or a right time that one should begin being sexually active? Ama is it just like what's your take? Yako ni ile it's up to marriage, it's up to when you're 18, ama it's up to when? Like when do you think there's any limit?
Especially kwa sababu tuko na very in Africa generally, different countries unapata kuna kwingine consent age ni 12 years. 12 yani wewe uko miaka 12 lakini hakuna mtu atakuuliza ati wewe ulifanya nini. No one will ask you. So
I will say this to that question. It's kind of funny and interesting to recite. But okay, tutaangalia two things here. I'll talk about the Bible. As we start. Basically, I ain't a preacher. I'm just talking. Unapata in the Bible, sex is a sin. Sex is a sin. Kukua into those inaitwa intimate relationships. But ukikam kwa law ama the law yenye tuko saizi, I believe 18.
It's 18.
It's the right age mse kuindulge in such activities. Basically because sex bado inakam with many things. Sexual activities comes with a lot of things. Sex, kuna sex ties ama soul ties after sex. And
soul ties.
So I don't think kuna venye a 12-year-old girl ama boy ataweza kuhandle a soul tie. Wote ita love, uta feel connected to other person, but hautakuwa na ile clear understanding. It's the thing you did in a kudrag. But I believe by 18 years of age and above, you are a matured person and an adult. Ushapitia hiyo adole, uko na mabishta wamegrow, washakwambia. So the moment, I'm not saying you start, but the moment you reach 18, for me, I think
it's okay.
It's okay. You've grown enough to know the wrong and the good.
Okay.
Okay, Cynthia, unaonaje?
Okay, me, I kind of disagree with him kidogo.
Yes, now
okay, tukifika okay, tukisema ni 18 years ndio ungefaa kuwa as in sexually active. At that point utakuwa unajua okay, utakuwa ushakuwa educated. Umesema lazima utapitia hiyo part ya adolescence, ndio?
Yeah.
Okay, what if the way utahandle hiyo sexual activeness yako na venye mimi nitaihandle itakuwa different sana. What if uliweza kupita hiyo stage ya adole bila kuengage ya na mimi nikapita hiyo part na nika engage. See, that's where we tuna introduce hizo contraceptives, si ndio? Hapo ndio nitaanza kusema I was sexually active wakati nilikuwa kitu kama 15. So I kind of think that itaanza hapo 12 years, si ndio? Because okay, of which most of the children when wanakuanga 12 years wanaweza sema walikuwa wamerepiwa ama walikuwa forced into it, but wengine pia ni kujipeleka, si ndio? So if I was 12 years of age na nikaenda engage willingly, so I was sexually active at that time.
But okay.
I think this question it has different answers too from different people.
Well, where yako ni gani? Yani sijui kwa nini niko tu curious. Where yako ni gani?
Personally, if you ask me, I can say, if you ask me, anytime you're ready, anytime you think you can handle this,
you're ready.
I think according to me. Yeah. But this is a question that many people handle it differently.
Yes.
So
juu kuna wengine by the way ukimuuliza atasema mimi if you're not married please do not engage. Kuna mwingine atasema wait until you're 25.
Very true.
Yani it's very you can tell us guys what you think. 21144 is our SMS line. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, GBS TV Africa. We are waiting on that. That's a very interesting question. And now I'm wondering, does this being sexually active, does it actually have an effect on the youth? Are there any we already know if you engage in sexual activities, you'll most probably get pregnant, you'll most probably get infected. Those are the negative things, negative in a way. So are there any other maybe like social effects, or how does it affect you as a person? You have now become sexually active. How does it affect you? We'll maybe start with you, Peter.
For that question, I would say being sexually active, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Ni vizuri ukuwe
sexual. Normal.
You have to know if itawezana ama sitawezana. And let me say, I would say, there are those social effects, the impact. You tell me I'm active by the age of 12. I will say 12 years. So by 12 nishaanza inaitwa kutafuta the other person. I really want it. Sinani get. Being sexually active, utapata you want it. Unapata ama you see a person hata akipita hadi sahi at the age of 40 utaona amzee amachua mzee. There is a kagal kamepita ama mama amepita but utaona hata kana anajifanya but utaona utanotice sana kuangalia but unaangalia kama maybe I'm 12 bado sijakam kujua maybe these things venye zinaenda venye maybe the effect. So let me ask, I'm sexually active by 12 and I believe maybe nipedem ball at the same time. I'm uko 15, you give a 16 years girl some 13 years girl pregnancy makitu kayo. So as a character as a person of 15 years, how will I handle that? Itakuwa very difficult. Maybe from friends kutakuwa na judgment. Mori ulifanyaje hivyo? You get your mom will be like, we nini umeanza gani hizi ukiwa mtoto? So how will you handle your life after this? How will you do this and this? Now you are a father, you have studies. There's the same case. Kuna dem. Tell me a 13-year-old mom, how will she take care of the baby? Ataweza kumwambia nini about the issue, about this being sexual active kama yeye mwenyewe hakuweza maybe kufika at the right age maybe ama ilimpata kimikosi. So I believe you'll find a lot of judgment, a lot of young people stressed nowadays. Unapata 20 years hadi 20 years mtu amepata mtoi and stuff, ashaondokea mahali huko, as in you are growing, you are studying wewe, but you have a friend maybe hata uko old kumliko but akona mtoi. Okay. So basically atamiss apende spende, she'll have to shift to another level of parenthood at the young age, and you believe you see your mom, your dad, by say tuweke 40-40, how are they handling marriage and the issue of parenting? It's very hard. So itakuwa very difficult for a small person ama a small person in age kuhandle the things zenye zinakam kuwa sexual, ukiwa sexual active. Basically for me it's not a bad thing kuwa active. It's not a bad thing.
Okay, me according to me again, okay, being sexually active affects, okay, in social as a social impact. When we talk about this social impact, we talk about society, sindio? So like he said, tunaweza face rejection, sindio? As a girl, mimi sana mimi woman naweza face rejection sana cause nimepata ball, wazazi wangu wako wana expect TV, especially kwanza sikuwa of the right age, which is 18, sindio? Okay, there's also this emotional impact. Can we say that it creates bond, sindio, between you and the one that you engaged with? Cause okay, tusiangalie to the bad side, sindio? Tunaweza angalia pia the good side. Kuna hiyo emotional bond yenye alisema ni soul ties, hizo like yes, is of which sometimes I find it hard to break.
Delcy, do you believe in this? You know this. Okay, there's this saying that people say that okay, when you get intimate with someone and then you get a kid, na bond na creatianga.
Sasa kwa nini unanigeuzia? Lakini acha tu nikwambie. I think there is a lifetime bond.
Really?
You have brought umeleta mtoi na msee. Mtoto kwani ataishi hapo milele.
You know there are people who like wale wanarukanga watu.
But you know
like wale wanarukanga watu.
In the same point, nitasema kuna wakuruka watu. But he bond, they are good bonds and bad bonds. Now the bonds yote inaweza letwa through the same act, getting intimate with the other person. True. So you find there are healthy soul ties and the one that's not healthy. You find like me, I connect with someone, maybe okay, I believe I will say there's a blog I wrote, Soul Ties and Sex. Apo basically I was talking about the effects yenye ina come ama the things yenye ina happen after you get intimate with the other person. I'll come get intimate with you, at the end of the day umekuwa na depression zako, umekuwa na stress zako, umekuwa na issues zako, umekuwa unhappy. And for me, the moment I was having sex with you, I was happy. Nilikuwa too fiti. But you'll find after that, it's like transfer the energy kwangu.
True.
Get the emotional now. We are talking about that. Spiritually, emotionally. Get. I'll start getting sad. Sijui mbona. Sijui mbona, but utapata I'm like stressed. If I was happy, I'm not happy. Utapata transfer the energies. Kuna zile after you get intimate, you'll find yourself smiling, happy. Hata maybe before you call the person, ulikuwa umeandago maybe ka stress ukasema so acha niite mama. Acha niite.
Wewe na wewe unasema hivi pia ni dawa bado.
So unasema acha niite mama, but after that utapata I'm sad and I'm happy. So there's that transfer of energies the moment you get intimate. Kuna ile utapata hata after tushapata ball. We indulged in the same thing, tulifanya sex. So utapata hata most of the things zenye zina cause mimi na wewe na mimi nisikae na mtoi wangu ni emotionally. The kid has nothing to do with this. Me and you breaking up, the kid has nothing to do with that. But kuna venye maybe after getting intimate with you nikakuwa connected more.
So nyi wasema mko na a lot of emotional baggage.
Mko bonded hivi. Someone, a church girl once mentioned to me, called it as spiritual wives and
True.
husbands.
I hear some. And it's so interesting, guys, because we are now getting into very deep stuff that people don't talk about na ziko. Alafu it's funny that kila mtu anasema hata mimi nasikiaga. We all know, but for some reason we do not talk about it, and that is very interesting. Now, because tumesema mambo ya impacts, we have now engaged in sexual activities. Now, this is where we start bringing in things like contraception.
True.
Now, things like
Pills.
hizo vitu zote. So we want also to look at how these things are actually affecting us. My first question for you guys is, do you guys think that the youth should find it necessary to use contraception methods? Let's start with you, Cynthia.
I find it necessary because this era that we are in is not like our parents' era ati ungegojea hadi wakati utakujio kwa nyumba na mang'ombe na mambuzi na masijui nini ati umekuja kuoleka. And nowadays ata people have different beliefs, ndio? Kuna watu pia wanaamini ati there are people who says that sex before marriage it approve mimi na wewe tunafanya nini, tunapendana. Kuna wenye wanasemanga hivyo, si ndio? Ama unapata watu wame move in pamoja, they are not married, but according to their beliefs kuna wengine wanaona ka ni fornication, si ndio? So I find it necessary kwa sababu if I move in with you, si ndio? Mimi sitaki kuwa pregnant sai, sijui umetoka wapi, I don't want to get diseases, sitaki kupata hizo HIV, I don't want to be among the people who are HIV positive hapo. So I find it necessary kwa sababu ita prevent vitu nyingi, ita prevent damages nyingi sana.
Okay, what about you, Pasha? Do you think that
Basically contraceptives utapata girls deals mostly na nyinyi girls. How many contraceptives do I use? Ama will I use as a boy? Maybe 2 ama 3, and every time utapata boys wanatumia 1, which is the condoms. Basically utapata a boy knows nothing else. Nani get? But kwa girls
for girls kuna mengi,
there are many, the pills, the implants, the ring, whatever. But sasa
are they necessary?
Are they even good health wise?
No, I won't say for me. As a man, I will say as a boy.
You're a man.
I'm a man. I'll say for me, I won't advise.
You won't advise use of contraceptives.
I won't advise.
This is interesting. Rachel, sijui kama uko na maswali zingine. Zinakimbia hivi.
The first thing utafanya mimi si advise. Kitu ya kwanza, I believe, ama let me deal it with my partner hapa. Tuseme I have a partner here and she's insisting on using the contraceptives and vitu kayo. Why will I deny? Because why does it seem like you're planning on something mbele? Mbono nikaona plan mbele. Naogopa tunaweza fanya hivyo and then how many people are you going to do that with? How many? Just tell me. I believe if I have a girlfriend, she believes in me, I believe in her. You get? Wacha to break up, itafika hiyo time. After to make break up, I'll go find another person mwenye ataniaminia the same thing way ulikuwa umeniaminia. But I won't suggest utumie pills, sijui implant just because of sex. No. Because of sex.
Cutting you short on that. Cynthia, you said that you advocate for using of contraceptives so that you can't get pregnant and stuff. But don't you think that by encouraging people to use contraceptives, don't you think it's like a way of giving them access or telling them you can go ahead and continue doing sex? Don't you think it will increase the rate at which youths have sex?
Okay. Yeah, it might, maybe it might not. Kwa sababu, okay, tukisema tutumie, this is something that tusifunge macho. Hizi vitu ni vitu zenye zinaendelea. Cause unaweza pata pia, okay, naweza kuwa nimejidunga, si ndio? Maybe niko na, unajua siku hizi hatuwezi trust ati huyu mtu wako kuna mtu mmoja, si ndio? So nikijidunga najua niko na wengine watatu apart from huyu mmoja. Si ndio? So hiyo itani prevent sana kutopata mamimba ama kutosambaza tumagonjwa. Si ndio? Siwezi kuwa nimestick na partner moja. Okay, si ndio? Okay, tukisema ati ita increase. Yes, inaweza increase. Of which pia ita reduce pia hizi za pregnancies na hizi magonjwa hizi ma HIV, ma STIs. Tukisema ati atuitumie ati tuseme venye huyo anasema ati kutrust. Ati mimi ningefaa ni mtrust. Okay, yes, na mtrust. But mimi kama nataka kutumia contraceptives, mbona wewe usinitrust na hizo? Mimi sitaki kupata mtoto sasa, sitaki kupata magonjwa, si ndio? Tukisema nisitumie contraceptives, then that means that mimi nataka have that intercourse after marriage. Kwa sababu if you are not doing it before marriage without contraceptives, me don't want to damages, by the way.
Yani hapa let me ask kwanza. There's something I wanted to ask lakini imepotea kidogo before irudi. So I am curious. Watu wenye wana date sasa watumie ama wasitumie? Because huyu unaona sasa kama wewe Peter, what do you do? I mean, if you're dating, I don't know if you're dating or not. I'm not asking. Or maybe I am. So, like, wait. What do you do with your girlfriend? No, you must end up na things like unwanted pregnancies. Because if you're talking about things like condoms, a condom will protect you from pregnancy, will protect you from HIV infection or an STD. Like, if you're talking about implants, it will not protect you from any disease. Yani regardless kama uko na hizo implants or kama unadunga mashindano, if you're using any pills, still you're not protected against any infections. So nyinyi mna deal nayo. I'd like to know vile wewe una deal na infections au una deal na pregnancies.
I start.
Yeah, you start.
Someone said msemo, it said once like the only safe contraceptive, the only contraceptive yenye itakusave from sex, from the pregnancy, and at the same time magonjwa and the infections, it's condoms. That's the only one yenye inaweza deal na tu get. So I believe that's why people wako encouraged kutumia protection when it comes to that. People are not advised kutumia contraceptives. At use a pill, you to get an STI.
The contraceptive methods are for pregnancy.
Yeah, for those things you get. That's basically for ball. When you get. But the moment you use a condom, the protection,
yes,
you save from the STIs and the infections, and at the same time you are safe from the pregnancy.
Okay, so which one do you advocate for? Because umesema you don't advocate for contraception methods.
But I'll advocate for protection.
Okay.
If it's a must, use protection.
Okay. And now what do you think?
Yeah, this one I agree with him.
You agree with him finally. So they're now on the same page.
If I have implants, lazima tu pia yeye ajiprotect.
Okay. Yeah.
So, dancing.
Yes.
When we talk about protection, protection, right? Where do we put issues like abstaining? Because like they talked about being sexually active. When you say 12, when you say 18. Don't you think abstaining is also
a contraception?
A contraceptive
Actually,
method?
by the way, it is. Lakini, I think the question should be, Rachel, is abstinence an option?
Yeah,
as far as our guests are concerned.
We are talking to a generation, we are talking to a higher percentage of people who have already indulged in the
yes.
You see. Okay. Right about now, I can say if we are talking to the PPI watoto, the class 1 and the class 2 people, I can emphasize on abstinence. You get our watoto wadogo wale wenye bado hawaja ku-exposed. I'll tell them, hey, hata hakuna kitu inaitwa contraceptive, hakuna kitu inaitwa CD protection, kitu ya kuhepa hii ni abstain. Never do that thing.
Don't do
You see tulikuwa tunaambiwa don't do this thing, but I think hawaku emphasize hawakutuambia the things we were told. Basically remember, I see how many mothers when I go to school nikiwa mtoto could I find wakiwa na ball na watoto. Okay, basically hata mtoto mentally ataona it's a normal thing kupata mtoi, but bado ni wakubwa. You get Okay. Utaenda kuambia mtoto mdogo usitumie contraceptives. He doesn't know or she doesn't know what you're talking about. You get, but right now tunaongea kwa watu washa engage. Watu washa ingia. Let's talk about campus. Kwa campus, tell me out of 100% wangapi wajanini as per you, then unajua you see unaweza pata ni 60-40. You see, so talking to the 40 it can help. You see, but the 60% now when you washa engage, unaniget okay, unaweza mwambia abstain. It's an addiction too. I believe mwenye atavutangwa yuko mwenye ataenda true. Kuna mwenye ako addicted to this thing. The first day he or she engaged atataka kesho,
no turning back.
Hata akitaka okay, someone called it whatever sijui, but inakupull back. So I believe abstaining, it's an option, but basically whom are we talking to? Tunaongelesha wenye wenye wanatumia contraceptives.
Sawa, just let me cut you short kidogo because unaona sasa amesema kuna watu wako addicted, kuna watu there is the 60 and the 40, ndio? So for the 60, I want us to talk about the 60. For the 60, do you think that we can now talk them into abstinence? Because it is very possible, ndio? But do you think it can work? The people are already sexually active. Do you think we can talk them out of it before we go for a short break? Very briefly.
I don't think we can talk them out of it.
Why?
Kwa sababu okay, these people ni watu washa enjoy, wamesha onja hii kitu, si ndio? So they want more, si ndio? If they were to be talked out of it, watu wangefaa wakalishwe chini, waende therapy, waende wafanye vitu zingine, ama they get introduced to a religion. Tuseme kama sisi kama Wakristo, si ndio? We know that fornicating is a sin, si ndio? So if watu pia wanaweza okoka, waambiwe Yesu ni Bwana, waambiwe hivi na hivi ni dhambi, I think wanaweza.
So it's possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
Okay, Rachel, sijui itabidi umesipi hiyo kahawa because things are really getting hot in here. So guys, we are going to go for a very short break, but remember we are talking about contraception and sexual health, and our question of the day is should the youth use contraception? My tongue is a bit heavy leo, Should the youth use contraception methods? You can hit us up on our SMS line 21144. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, GBS TV Africa, and we will be right back after this short break.